So you have a very special treat today because these have been one of our most popular things at the counter recently, and they are very autumnal. They are very, this time of year, they're very rich, delicious. And for those of you who have tried them, you will know they're super delicious. They are the spiced apple keto crumbles.
Because it's dessert week, isn't it?
It is dessert week, so
we're going a bit desserty.
We're going, well, in fairness, we tend to do a lot of desserts
We
anyway.
do dessert anyway.
Really, because it's very popular. But actually,
you could dessert it up even more and have cream on it. Or
yeah, we're creating a vegan version of this spiced apple crumble.
This one is, yeah, but we have done it
with butter. You could do it with whipped cream. We'll talk about the variations as we go along, but for today we're doing a vegan version because it's really great for our paleo visitors, for our vegan visitors, and frankly, as a regular keto, you know, you're going to enjoy it with dairy or not. So guys, we're going to make the base first. So Denise already has her ground almonds weighed out. We are making rather a large quantity, as always.
This is, and it looks a little bit complicated, this one.
But it's not.
Was it? No, I think we'll be fine. No, it's not. It's easy. It's all in one. So ground almonds, guys. There's your ground almonds.
So we've used 500 grams of ground almonds, which I've said it's quite a lot, but actually you can freeze these,
I was
guys.
just going to say freeze
or
it.
half the quantity.
Yeah, ready for Christmas.
Then we have 200 grams of ground linseed. As always, we grind our linseed fresh because it keeps the fats, particularly the precious plant-based omega-3 fats, the ALA fats, from going rancid or becoming not very healthy. Then we have our sunflower seeds. So 200 grams of ground sunflower seeds going in there.
Seeds going in.
They are, and that's part of how good these are for you. You get all the vitamin E from the sunflower seeds, the healthy plant-based omega-3s in the the golden linseed, and then the ground almonds themselves being a super rich source of all sorts of nutrients.
And I've noticed with a lot of our customers who are baking with us, if they haven't got the trays, we've had so many
variations
doing a tray bake.
Yeah, the tray bakes
so
really you know
for all of the ones we do
go for a tray bake.
What's that?
So we will be combining all our dry as well as 100 grams of xylitol. So again, guys, it's not a great deal of sweetener compared to the rest of the dry ingredients, but you can amend
when you
it.
See how much.
The cinnamon gives it a natural sweetness.
And it does, and you've got to think, by the time you've got your apple on top as well, that gives it...
So we are giving it a really good combine.
Nice
so it's
mix.
All mixed up nicely.
A little bit of lemon zest.
Yeah, and again, that's just adding even more flavour. Constantly thinking about flavour in these bases. Then we're going to be adding quite a lot of organic odorless coconut oil, which is 350
look like I've got
grams.
enough, does it? Let's see how it goes, but you can always add more, guys.
So this is 350 grams of melted coconut oil. But remember, when these go cold in the fridge, it firms them up so nicely. And I think it's always amazing how far coconut oil goes.
Yeah.
You know, it really seeps into the dry mix until you get this really doughy consistency.
I've done with a big bowl, but...
And then this has been pre-greased, hasn't it,
Yeah,
Denise, with coconut oil again.
And I've already, guys, cooked me apples, because you don't want to be sat waiting for me to cook me apples, do you?
Now we've used very green cooking apples. Now we find these make the best apple mix.
They cook down better than an eaten apple. And do you know, by the time you've got your little bit of sweetener and everything with it, they're not that tart.
No.
And do you know, when some people like that little tartness,
I think it actually adds to the crumble, having that slightly tart apple, and it's also lower in carbs. The green Granny Smith's tartar green apples are much lower in carbs than, say, your red gala apples. And if you have access to some great cooking apples, then you know you can often get this time of year bags and bags of amazing cooking apples from your local fruit and veg shop.
So guys, it looks like crumble, doesn't it? And you're thinking, oh, silly woman, what are you doing? But you push it in, use your spoon, and then these, do you try that? And then you cook these. You cook your bases. I'm not sure if it says on our thing, Pauline, how long to do our bases for.
You cook the bases. It doesn't actually, cook the bases for 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes. But again, just check, because oven variations They
all vary. You just want them to, and they might not even stick until you've put them in the fridge and then they set.
Often they don't. They will feel quite crumbly, but give them half an hour in the fridge and then that nice
sets all the oil off again.
Fat goes firm.
So guys, push it all down. That's your base sorted. So let's put that aside because I'll leave that there for me, Courtney, if that's okay. So this is Denise's cheating.
But we're going to use the mould, okay?
This is what your base is going to be like. It will set,
golden, firm.
So that is what they would be like after they've been cooked. So now we move on to, and guys, don't forget, keep some of this for your topping.
Yeah, about a fifth, maybe a sixth
just
of
keep
it,
a little
not
bit
a lot,
for your topping.
That nice crumble top.
Then, over here, look at all that yummy cooked down apple. Are you a fan of apples, guys? Better than cherries?
Yes.
So, in here, we've got our sweetener.
So there's approximately, well, I don't know, how many apples would you say? About 6 to 8 apples?
I would say for eight large,
Yeah.
8 large apples.
And they're chopped, but not peeled?
No, peeled.
Oh, you did peel
Peeled,
these?
yeah.
So again, that's an option you can. It depends on,
People might like that.
if you want the extra fibre in there.
Yeah.
You know, you can keep them unpeeled or peel them, chop them, cook them down. So Denise, how long did you cook these apples for?
Oh, a good 20 minutes.
So 20 minutes, just the apple in a pan.
I always put a little bit of water in the bottom,
Yeah.
just so they don't stick, but keep an eye on it. Just leave it on a low and just, that's why I thought, let's get this apple cooked.
Yes.
So then it's done. So
So
here's all your
just
lovely
as a recap,
spices.
8 peeled apples,
Yeah.
chopped up, core removed, into a pan, a little bit of water at the bottom, and leave on a low heat for about 20 minutes. And then in here you've added the xylitol.
Xylitol and the spices. So we've left cloves out because a lot of people find that a bit
Strong.
reminds people of dentists.
Okay.
It does, doesn't it, Gaz?
So there's about 10 tablespoons of xylitol in there.
Yep.
And we have the ground
Nutmeg.
mixed spice. So really, your own choice of spicing.
Yeah.
But a ground mixed spice,
Ooh, smell that.
which can consist of nutmeg, clove if you want, some mixed spice. Is there any cinnamon in there, Denise?
Yep. I put cinnamon in. Can you smell
I
that?
can smell it. It
Lovely.
smells really amazing. Ooh. And then we're adding
More
our
oil.
coconut oil. So it's 180 grams of coconut oil. Or, guys, you can use butter in there if you would prefer butter for your mix.
And they're probably thinking, why have you added all that oil? This is why, guys.
We're adding an additional 450 grams of ground almonds. There's a lot of ground almonds in this, but it makes
a lot.
It does make a lot. So again, you can halve the amounts of this recipe.
And this is, I think, why we picked this one as well, because it is a proper warming dessert, isn't it?
It's very rich.
nice
It's
apple.
very filling. Very filling.
Yeah.
And you can see it's all coming together, and that bakes into this lovely, almost gelatinous kind of topping. It's not just a fruit compote. It almost bakes like a cheesecake topping.
Yeah. So then, guys, get your little spoon. Obviously, they've been cooked. Spoon it on.
And these bases can still be warm when the
You
don't have to wait for them to chill and cool. You can take them out and then add your apple topping.
Yeah.
And then
And you can even do extra bases, just to put the bases in the freezer
Yeah.
and save the bases for another time. Where's my next thing? And then just to make it look a little bit pretty, we put that on. Back to your crumble mix. Put a little bit on top. Or you can put it all over if you like. You've not got to do it this way. We just do this because it looks nice on the counter.
it does look pretty.
And there you go, guys. That will then go in the oven for about
another 8 minutes.
8 minutes, and that is what you
And
get.
then when it comes out, we've topped ours with koyo, again keeping it vegan, with a little extra of the spice mix on top. But you can have some whipped cream. You could even put brandy butter with that.
Nice, wouldn't it?
Bit of brandy butter.
So that,
combined.
there's an awful lot of ingredients going on. But once you get it all together, it's not difficult.
It's not really.
No, it's
No.
easy enough to do. Nice
So
and
just to
quick.
recap, guys, so again, these are large quantities, you're very welcome to halve them. We've put 500 grams of ground almond, 200 grams of ground linseed, 200 grams of ground sunflower seed, 100 grams of ground xylitol, and then 350 grams of melted coconut oil, and then the zest of 2 lemons. Combine it all together as you saw Denise doing, and then gently push it into either form a tray bake, or if you have some little molds at home, bake it in the oven for about 15 minutes at about 170 to 180 degrees. In the meantime, your apples can be cooking. 8 large green apples, cooking apples, Granny Smiths, peeled, cored, chopped in a pan on the oven, on the hob, with a little water to create a nice apple compote. Then you're going to add all your spices, so you can add your cinnamon, clove, a spice mix, pre-mixed spice. And you added quite a lot, I noticed.
There was quite a lot. You want that to come through.
1.5 tablespoons in the recipe, but it really varies depending on your own taste.
Adding so much almond flour.
Yeah, it needs
Don't want
something
that
to
taste to be pulled away from us, so that's why.
So then we have the additional 180 grams of melted coconut oil / butter. Then the more xylitol again. So we added, for that particular, 10 tablespoons of in there.
Yeah.
And then combine all the extra 450 grams of ground almonds. So again, quite a lot of ground almonds. And then that goes on top of your cooked base with the crumble top.
That's going to make so many.
That is, I would say that's going to make you.
That would make maybe 2 trays or several.
Yeah.
You know.
So maybe half this amount.
Yeah.
Or the same quantity and freeze it.
Or that's going to stay in the fridge for a good 3 to 5 days, I'd say.
Yes.
If not longer.
So guys,
there you go, guys.
that is spiced apple keto crumbles. Either vegan, or you can add a dairy version. And for those of you who've tried it, you can comment below. Have a go at making it yourself and let us know. If you do any variation, maybe a blackberry and apple, if you're doing any other variations, do let us know. And guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's live keto cookery. We don't actually have that many bake-offs left now, so we'll be entering our Christmas cookery session soon.
That'd be fun. We're ready for that, aren't we?
We're ready for the festivities. Yeah, a bit of festive baking going on.
Let's do it.
So, guys, have a wonderful weekend. We will see you for Table Talk on Tuesday, and enjoy a lovely, relaxing weekend.
Stay safe, guys. Take care.